It's Tuesday, May 4th, 3:40 p.m. I'm feeling clearly better, and I'm here to check in with myself, keep this going, keep it real. So, after a really tough month of April, um, I really want to make sure that in this check in with myself that I do look over and review what the heck did I do in April. So let's write that down. So review April, 2021. And then let's look ahead at May 2021 so that basically, so A, I can look back at what did happen in April, important to do. Um, and then also to look ahead at May because we're just starting it. And obviously, I'm very curious to see the difference between what my look aheads and my visions and my plans and my intentions are, and then to come back at the end of the month and go, what the hell happened? Um, so, because this is my business and this is my business meeting, I'm going to look at business and I'm also going to um, take into account personal responsibility and management of my life and stuff like that because it's all included. Um, yeah. So, first of all, wait one moment because I want to be private and my door is open, so I'll be right back. Okay, so I feel better about that. Um, hmm, holy crap. This last one was just overall, what I can tell myself is that it felt so out of control. Uh, Keep in mind, I guess, note to self, every April, I'm going to hit the Scorpio full moon. And damn, it just reminds me again and again how shitty it is. But how necessary it is. Yeah, so my health has felt really low and deep down inside, I think the thing that surfaced in April is just a real wake up call to realize literally what is my relationship to my entire life? Like, what is actually happening? And is it working? Not only is it working, but is it what I want? Does it feel good? Is it working? AKA, um, just because I can do it doesn't mean that I should do it. So, really checking in and learning. Um, I will be right back. I'll be right back. All right. Bathroom break. Okay, so let's check in. So I'm not going to necessarily, I just want to make sure I don't get lost in this. I want to acknowledge that this is the first time where I'm sitting down and going, okay, I want to reflect. I want to make sure I saw what happened, but I want to remind myself to stay present and not look back expecting that I should have known, because I'm learning right now. So I just want to look back at what happened, forget what I thought, but look back at what happened. And now, because I haven't lived through May yet, I want to document what I want to see or what I think based on my reflections as well. And then I'll be able to actually officially check in. So first of all, I'm going to open up share screen so we can have visuals and I can hold myself accountable. So let's do this. Share my screen. And I'm going to go with desktop 2. Actually, let's not. Let's go with desktop 1. Share. Yeah, so I just feel so slightly stressed out. Okay, calming. Here we go. So let's just open this up. Back in, I know I'm jumping, but back in March, back in March, I'm gonna make this smaller. Okay, so back in March, I started documenting and journaling my work. And I did all of these basically as I'm doing now, as if I'm writing what I envision and what my goals are, and what I'm thinking about and what I need. And basically, I mean, literally in that same time, it's like after I sat like this, I did this in one night. I created this document. It's so organized, so nice. And then I basically didn't do shit with it after week 1. Like, then I remember what happened in March was I got clarity from writing like this. And I created this so that I would be like, oh, this is so great. I'm gonna use this document and I'm gonna type it in. And to be honest, it feels literally like handcuffing me, blindfolding me, putting me in a straitjacket, putting me inside of a crate and throwing me in the middle of the ocean and telling me to get myself out of it. Like when things are out of sight, it's like I don't even know where to look. They're no longer on my mind, which is why it's so important for me to have like a whiteboard and my book. And this is how I've lived my life. And it's how things presently still continue to work and function. I've made so many digital documents in the last 2 months since really deciding I want to begin to use digital processes and documents and applications to organize my life, manage my business, manage my work. It's freaking becoming a whole nother job, which feels completely ridiculous, just completely ridiculous. And this is not my job. Like, it doesn't need to be this, or like literally I sit here and go, okay, I don't need to be this organized. I didn't need to in the first place. Fuck. So it's just really challenging because ultimately all this comes down to is the fact that I'm completely physically separated from my audience. I'm completely physically separated from my clients and my members and the people who are training with me. And I rely on my ability to show up in the digital world to A, engage them, B, keep them trusting that I'm for real, and C, do all the communications just to get them to show up inside of a digital meeting. It's fucking hard. I don't like it at all. it reminds me of like VIP Kid where like, oh my God, yeah, just let me step in and be the teacher. Let me step in and be here, like work with you. I'm such a real life person. So yeah, doing all this, it's like I can do this. Do I want to? No. So here we go, just looking back. So then once April came around, I literally copied the frame, pasted it, updated it. So apparently the shift from March, which was the main goal in March, was I need to define and set basic work systems. Back at this time, I will be clear, I did not have super clear systems, and I hadn't like really categorized or written or broken apart everything. Ultimately, that has been taking place like with all of these lists and all of these things here, and even up to the point of now, like using Trello. Oh my God, is it taking a time? Yeah, like all of this stuff, like started coming up. And for me, I'm just realizing like, okay, so I basically in March, like I had this main goal. I needed to create basic work systems, and it just went boom. And I experimented with a lot of different things. And if I were to shut my eyes and say, what the heck was working best for me? Honestly, this baby right here. Oh God, now I've lost it. But yeah, like to me, this is not as fun as Trello. And I think that's part of what makes this work for me is because it's not as fun as Trello. And Trello is like something that makes me want to beautify it, which then I spend more time on a list or an organizing task when really I just need to put it up in front of me and get to the actual work, and then be able to like quickly come back and just go check, check, check. Is it or is it not? To me, if I were to reflect and look at this, when it comes to my personal self-management of lists, I hereby declare that I am to put a pause on Trello. It should not be my main go-to. I should not be trying to fill it in. I think that it's absolutely appropriate for me, especially because of my human design, for me to have this top 3 list, to have 3 things. They're either done or they're not done. To have my main like task list where like these are things that are like actively like on the docket, and then just a huge brain dump list, which the only thing that I remember saying with Trello is that what's so nice about Trello is, oh, these things could be like moved to be done. Especially repeat tasks, because I don't really have that here. Like for me, it would be like, oh, this and that. In Trello, the good thing about Trello is that I could just simply move these items around easily without having to reformat and all the bullshit involved with, sheets. So in a way, it's almost like maybe the compromise is to use Trello, but to use Trello like this, where I am strict, where I don't get to create all these big categories. But at this point, I just need to still stick with what is and is not working. And having too many places, like having this place, and then there's all this information here. None of like the good thing about, okay, we're leaning towards Trello. We see the pros of Trello. The good thing about Trello for me is the fact that I can categorize which of all of these ticks go. For example, let's just do it like this. Like I could just put this as a thing, and I could put all of the itemized checklists inside of the one main task. That is really important to me because when I look at this, it's like, yeah, there's all of these tiny little micro things, and I might get so burnt out and tired that the minute that I shut this down, or I like zero in and like totally go too far, like with a certain project, when really I need to do maybe like only 3 steps of it and then set it aside and like bring in something else, that gets lost in the mix here with this sheet, with this, even though this does keep me away from it. That is something that I do see is important with using Trello. I think that what I need to do is like make a rule with myself that I'm not using Trello to be all like, my dream board, talk to my girlfriends. I think it really needs to be very, to me, I need to commit to using Trello very specifically just for a specific part of my life before I'm trying to put my whole life into Trello. Because clearly, like, I sit here and I go, oh my God, like, I've got dreaming all right next to taxes. What do I want to do? I just want to dream and play video games with Joni. I'll do that. Like I need to leave those things off. Because to me, I'm doing this because it's to help me with my work. That's it. Okay, so that's a pretty big reflection. Just to sum this up, pretty big reflection. I'm going to take a note of this just for my own memory. But my pretty big reflection is that from March through April, so from March until April, end of April, beginning, big focus has been my systems, my workflow. The fact that, I've been trying to translate the things that God, where's my cursor? There it is. I've been trying to translate the things inside here. And I noticed that I create like a different sheet for all, like, because I don't also know how to use sheets properly. I mean, I should just have one and just open up, which is horrible because on this, I don't know if it's showing on the recording, but the bottom, I would say the bottom 5%, I guess, 5% of my laptop screen is burnt out. So it's like I can't even see the bottom. Let me get the fuck out of this. I can't even see the bottom of the screen, which is really ridiculous. It's embarrassing. There we go. I can't even see the bottom of it. It's just burnt out. So I know it's not going to record that because it's the actual screen. So I just need to keep this up here. All right. So processing, external processing. So let's be real. Some of the things that I'm noticing are too many Google Sheets. Too many. They're good. They're all organized. I have this is just my tasks. Then I have my Canva, so this is good to have that, like I have this, it's this system. I used it once, haven't used it again. So it's interesting to me to learn about myself and realize that I created this system, which this would work very well with Trello. Oh my God, my left eye is twitching. Why? Can you see that? I just feel so bothered by all this. Yeah, but the cool thing about this one, so it's titled Canva Content Monthly Checklist. I've got my daily schedule. Fuck if I know what that is. I guess, I don't know. Like, I don't even know. And so there's a sheet. Here's a content library. And then, so the title is Canva Content, but then I've got my 2021 YouTube plan, which I completely forgot. Like, I'm just seeing this now and I'm kind of pissed because I'm sitting here going, oh my God, like I have my CTAs, like, I'm so angry because this is all like, this is very good. Like, I wish I had this in front of me. It would really help me just like see and remember what do I need to plan for. It's so annoying that I don't have this stuff just like visually in front of me. Like I have to find it as if I'm supposed to remember it when it isn't in front of me. I'm angry about all this. Oh my God, then I got my YouTube stats. Oh my God, which I didn't even do the last one, which is probably the best one, which I'm super excited about. So let me just do this because I want to show myself and have this recorded that I did it. So it was April 20. See, I don't keep any of this in my head because I'm a motherfucking genius creator. All right. YouTube, I don't even remember. That was I just had a really successful run with it. It was the Scorpio one. Let's make sure to mute that. Okay, so it's it published on April 20th. So let's go back here, April 20th, 4/20, 2021. That was the publish. It was the full moon recognition for soul satisfaction. Pick a pile. I'll put the link here. Share it, copy. Oh, motherfucker. Here, let's put it over here. Paste. The length, can't remember. An hour, 4 minutes, 30 seconds. An hour, so 1:04:30. Views. Now notice these numbers. Views, 118 views. That's awesome. Look at that compared to all of these others. This is why not only do I need to have this tracked, this is my goal, like I want to be tracking these stats, but I also want to track what were the actions that I took. How did I do it? What steps did I take? Likes. It has 10 likes. Look, that's so much higher than these other ones. It's back more like what was going on at the beginning of the year, which is so much nicer. Like those numbers are nice. Comments, it doesn't have that many, I don't think. It has 6 comments, and that's including my responses. Still puny compared to like I had 19 comments on this one from January. That was amazing. That like was such a cool, amazing reading. And notice like the same thing. Like I'm noticing this is that it's like, bam, like this one was a full moon. This is also a full moon. Not only that, but they were both about an hour. They got a ton of views. They got a ton of likes. And this one got a lot of comments. That was back before I did any kind of weird switcheroo stuff. And look at it, as soon as I switched stuff around, it just, like nothing, quiet. So Patreon, so now I got another Patreon from this one. So just number of patrons signed up, I got another one from this one, and that was from a direct ask. So that was just really cool. And I just posted the other one. So let's do this. So May 4th, 2021, new moon renewal. New moon renewal. And then the thing is it's like, at what point do I check the, I guess it should just be between, readings or whatever. So my channel, oh my God, I'm so annoyed. I'm feeling dehydrated. This one has 2 comments, let's just say 2 comments. Oh, God. Share, copy. Go away. This one has 13 views. Just put it in there for now. How many likes? There's 8 likes. A lot of those are just general. This one's also Patreon. And the minutes is 44:01, I believe. Yeah, 44 minutes. So 0:44:00, just like that. That's how it should be. So yeah, like, just like, so yeah, like to me, if I would have seen this and I click this and I go, oh, Canva content monthly checklist, I have no idea that this is what's in it. Like, to me, this is just another reason of why this is all fucked. And I can tell like I'm getting so impatient and pissed at myself. I'm so angry. Oh my God. Just gonna take a minute. I don't know how to do these things. I don't have like a higher guide or a mentor being like, you can only do this and this is how you're going to do it, nothing else. And yeah, so it's like, I feel like a kindergartner who just like made a huge shit ton of a mess and then was like, oh, this is so messy. And they go somewhere else and they get all organized. They reinvent the wheel and then they mess it all up. And so I'm just like drowning and strangling. I feel strangled in my own debris. which is really annoying because now like I'm 30 minutes into my review and all of this is just like fuckery. So basically, so I have too many Google Sheets. Task. Clean up Google Sheets. What I'm going to do is make a list. Make a list of all sheets. Make a list of all sheets. Organize. Reformat. And then my agreement is that I will only use Trello for a monthly work flow, which will include repetitious information, but it will be the one visual place where I can see the full like visual breakdown of what needs to be done, what I need to do. So there's that. Okay, so that really hurts to review because I feel like that's such a big fucking job. And that was my goal for March. It didn't get finished in March. April came. I was all scrambling. I was trying to do new things. Let's go back. Let's screen share this so we can see this. Step one, share it. So yeah, as we can see, let's go back here. Please, for the love of God. So back here, I was learning. I looked up other people's, like how they organize their contents. I wish there's a date, like when did this get created? But anyways, this is a really good place for me to like have this data. Oh my God, my fucking middle finger is so hurting. I can tell I'm angry. I'm like angry. I need to like smell essential oils or something. Yeah, let's get this one. Oh, I'm so pissed. Oh God. I didn't have enough water today. That's a huge indicator of why I'm pissed. And I feel really like annoyed. Like I just almost want to give myself permission to be like, you've reflected enough. You could watch this fucking video later. I feel so parched and angry and I'm sitting here stressed out. Like, ugh. Anyways, it's good for me to go ahead and just even capture my thoughts about May. For May, I do need to simplify. Big time. I need to simplify huge. And I think the main thing that I've learned, because this is not all I did in April, I didn't just do that. God, my voice is so, fuck me, I'm so angry at all this. We'll look at this again, because I did look at this, but in my cleaning up of things, like I did identify this and I haven't re-met up with this And that makes me feel even more like upset because I'm like feeling so dirty. Like, I think it's just mainly I just feel so dirty with like all of the shit, even though I've like decided what I want to keep and what I don't want. And like, I know like I need to clean all this shit up. It's like, I don't, oh my God, it's like my arm is breaking out with all my toxicity. I just think that I need to be realistic and accept that this is a huge mess. And it's as simple as getting shit out of the way. In a way, it is almost like it's okay for me to start with a blank sheet here and to pick the things from my business that I want to put in front of me now and go, this is what's up, because literally no one else gives a fucking shit. And there are only 2 patrons right now on my Patreon, and I don't want to create a fucking job with that when it's literally like right now there are only 2 people and it's less than $14 a month, which is ridiculous. Like, it's almost like, I don't know. It's like I just need to get fucking clear. Like, I need to get fucking clear and not offer other things with my time when what I need is more time to heal my body, to relax, to be healthy, and to make enough money to continue. Which is why I'm stressed out. Another goal. We're gonna keep this going. Another goal. Oh, fuck everything. I'm so angry. I'm angry at my setup. Like, there's nowhere for me to write. It's just a fucking typer. I just wish there's a way to put things away and like get them out of my face and I'm so angry at it. Anyways, calm down, Sarah. Can you maybe smell some mint or something? It's really hot. Okay, so another thing. The Moonfully videos on YouTube is only once per month. Because it does take up a lot of time and energy. It's all unpaid. And I can build it slowly. I mean, I should build it slowly. I would rather be doing evergreen videos in general, like videos on numerology, videos on human design, videos on astrology, and the other things that I'm interested in, gene keys even. Because right now it's just the amount of production that goes into that. God, it's so annoying. And I want like multiple people paying for it if that's, yeah, like I can't afford to give them that. It's like, oh no, thanks. It's too much for me. It's too tiring, and like my equipment is not good. I'm gonna take a break. This is stressing me out. We need to get out of here. Oh, too much. There's that, but okay, no, we're gonna give myself credit for this. So where did I put it? Exactly, like I cleaned up my desktop. Now I have no idea where the fuck things are. Let's look. Where the fuck are things? Where the fuck are things? Like, I don't know where. Like I go open a folder and I'm like, I don't even know where. Like, there's so many things that I create. It's just ridiculous. Oh, here it is. Fuck me. Okay, let's give me some credit. By the end of April, I did create this graphic. And this is ultimately, let's see if I can zoom in just a little bit more. Yeah, to me, this is ultimately a really good piece of work for me to have created, because it does show me my system. And it shows me basically these tiers of what tier has what work involved and how much time goes into that tier. How much money am I extracting out of the work that goes into that tier? And what do I need to be doing in order to get, value out of these other tiers? What do I need to be doing up here that's free, that derives to produce the value from these other tiers? I feel like crying because it's just like it took so much work for me to get this organized with like on my own. I'm so happy that I see this. I still wish I wish it was like an interactive app where I can click on it and the first thing is it just like has a little prompt, like a reminder of like, this is your relationship with this, and like maybe I can do that. Maybe this is good that I'm recording this and have this idea, which is like I need to create just these little, it's like an affirmation or an action statement, almost like they're tarot cards, business cards. Is like, oh, you know, my audience, who's in my audience, you know, who the fuck is in my audience? That is one of the biggest things right now is me getting clear this month, me getting clear on who's in my audience, because I really would like to practice pushing sales. I have practiced these down here last year. I'm scared to relaunch them because it's just, to me, I don't know, maybe I need to get over my fear, God damn, of just re-pushing out the stuff that I've done. I guess I have major issues with rejection. What's funny is like, I feel like I don't have any energy, but I'm like, actually all those emails are written. I could even use some of those emails to get people to buy something smaller, like the Intuitive Community Circle, instead of trying to sell $1,000 course. I mean, why not? Just, redo it, like re-put in some things and just tell people we're driving you to the community circle or to a private session instead of like, I should just use those emails. Why not? Why not? Why not? I should just use those emails. All right, so this is what we're going to do. April. Copy and paste EOL sales emails. Copy and paste EOL sales emails. Edit to sell ICC or private session. I just need to create some templates that really I can kind of hand out and push to my audience to get them to do things like create a engagement path for the people who downloaded my Discover Tarot PDF lead magnet. Sell a workshop. Sell ICC. Stuff like that. Which means that I need to label the folks on my list and check off, quote unquote, where they are at on my, what is this called? Wow, copy of add a subheading. Great title. Can we change this? Business model. Sure, business model. On my business model. I don't know. I'm just using these words because I don't know what else to call it. Let's save that. So there's that. And I think when I can see who, like the names, who is here, you know, even people who are here or here, like I need to have a CTA, like where do I, you know, at what point do I call them to action? Who is here that I could create some steps to like make them go, oh, would you like to come here? You know, would you like to come closer? Or like maybe that's, you know, like over here, like, maybe I need to go, this is a good idea. I could draw people who are my, you know, patrons, plus people who are maybe almost a patron, but not a patron. I could try to kind of put them together into a paid workshop that's really also just setting people up to be in a position to say, how do you want to be in a relationship with me? Would you like to get readings from me? Would you like to take trainings from me? Which side are you on? Are you on both? And if you are, maybe I need to do something here in the purple. But if I do something here in the purple, I feel like I really need to be creating some kind of an automation for what's down here because it's already created. And why not? Like, why not have a passive sales system? Nurture, sequence to sales, email, copy written for anyone who downloads a training type lead magnet. Because these people fall into the people who are on my blue side, which is, oh, you want to learn to use tarot to lead your life. You don't necessarily make a shit ton of money, or you're like fully employed like a business or a teacher like Kaizu or something, where you're like, maybe you're interested in tarot, but you can also afford just to have a private session, and that's really great. You know, there's a difference. Like there's people who, yeah, there's a difference. So for me, I'm like, hey, if you're kind of your own business owner, you're a freelancer, it behooves you to learn tarot because then you can use it to receive your own guidance without paying someone else a bunch of money, just like Tammy said, you know? So there's that. And I think that's really it, because right now what I'm really doing is more on the training side. I don't have a lot going on with my private sessions. And even though I have a private session pathway, I don't have like a web page set up for that, which would be really great. See, this is where I get really like big and I go, ooh, I can see the whole vision. You know, maybe I keep lead pages. because the thing is I want to run a business. I just also like want to have someone to help me. I don't want to be private. I guess that's part of it, is if I'm private, I have to like maybe be honest, like, can I actually do all of this? Or maybe I need to see this in a new light and go, maybe my immediate goal is to say, hey, like, I have a very cut and clear system for the community circle, and it would make total sense to affiliate the shit out of that for anybody that wants to, like, for example, this purple thing is to buy a cut and clear business model from me, a system, and like the whole template, if they wanted to do it themselves. Or maybe I could even like, quote unquote, like, I don't know, I'd really need to have a business plan about that, because it's like I did all that work, I did all of that. What would it be like to me? I feel like that would be like, no, I don't just want to help someone else do it and I'm volunteering. I would want to make money off of, yeah, I guess that is like, oh, it's a marketing scheme. Like, exactly, it's called a business. Because I have to take ownership of, I'm either surrounding myself like this, which is what I see Colette Baron-Reid doing. She's like, I'm community women. I don't think she does private sessions or anything. The thing is, though, is because of where I'm at, I need to focus on private sessions because of where I'm at in my business. And the community circle is just, it is nice and it is there, but it's not where I make my money. But it's where I can lead people who are interested. It's almost like people who then trust me. I go, over here, I do have these things. But I think that I want to present myself. So goal, objective, present myself as intuitive, mentor, healer, guide, reader, whatever. I am a reader, and private sessions is my goal. And once in a while, as I'm engaging with people are asking me, I can tell them about the community circle. I can do that organically the way that it was done in the past, because it really was through people even identifying me as their tarot reader and then realizing, oh, you're my tarot reader. Oh, I really like you. Oh, I really trust you. How do you do that? Just like it did in the past. And maybe even the intuitive community circle is not just limited to tarot. Maybe there's other group things, just like with the community house. Like, maybe there's something that someone else puts on. I don't think I'm going to do that, because I learned from that is that, like, unless someone wants to pay me, I really don't want to build that for them. It's really not my thing. And plus, if someone knows how to do it themselves, they could just do it themselves. I think if there's anything, I would just agree to do affiliate, where I'd be like, I will take your stuff, put it under the intuitive community circle, and if I sell it, I get a cut or whatever. I feel like that is what I'm okay with. Like, I feel like that is what I like. Like, I was even thinking of that, realizing like, I don't necessarily want to create another tarot course for people. There's a lot of tarot courses out there. And sure, I have my own. It's the Discover Tarot, Enhance Your Intuition Now. And that is mine, but it doesn't teach tarot. Like, there are courses that like teach people tarot. And that is, it's almost like I want to reach out to other people who have their own course and say, hey, like, I have a little audience. Would you want to affiliate market with me? Anyways, yeah. Enough of that. Way too much brainstorm happening. Right now, the main thing, Sarah, is to look at my audience, identify who is where on my map, and to create a goal of bridging the gap, like I said, to putting them through my system. And I need to make sure I know what messaging do I have to lead them where I want them to go. And yeah, all right. Let's stop the share. So this is another hour-long meeting with me, my business. And I looked ahead at May. I looked back at April, got stressed out. I love looking ahead. Notice how much like, yeah. And I'm just like brainstorm. True mark, hashtag of a creator. And maybe next time I'll simply look ahead first. So note to self, next time, check in equals look ahead first, look back last. I mean, it's so real because then I could then integrate the two. But yeah, when I look back at April, lots of systems were built. Good job, did a lot of that. It's a lot of it's first time, not my, and now it's just really necessary for me to kind of clean that up, what I did, and to clip away the things that are not going to be productive for me, and then to simply move forward. I just have to keep kind of building as I go. And that is me. This is where I'm at.